In the age of rapid technological advancements, ensuring the security of your phone and personal data has become increasingly crucial, especially when crossing international borders. If you're planning a trip to the United States, whether you're a visa or green card holder, you might have heard concerning reports of travelers being detained or even turned away at airports for messages found on their devices. With Customs and Border Protection, CBP, having the authority to search your phone, it's important to understand what you can do to protect your data. Welcome to In the Know News, where we bring you insightful and up-to-date information to help you navigate such concerns. Today, we'll delve into the steps you can take to minimize your risks when it comes to phone searches at the U.S. border. At the U.S. border, constitutional protections are weaker, especially when it comes to electronic devices. While reports indicate that CBP only searched a small percentage of the 420 million people who crossed the border in 2024, border enforcement policies have become increasingly unpredictable, particularly under the Trump administration. This means you may not always know if your device is at risk of being searched. Even seemingly harmless data, like personal texts or emails, can raise concerns, as evidenced by reports of individuals being denied entry due to critical messages found on their phones. This raises questions about what data is truly safe to carry and how you should prepare. The first step in protecting your privacy is to conduct a personal risk assessment. Think about your immigration status, the type of data you carry, and the likelihood of border agents scrutinizing your phone. The reality is that data perceived as sensitive by one person may not be viewed the same way by another. Some travelers may opt to comply with a phone search to avoid further complications, while others may prefer to push back, knowing that refusing consent could lead to detention or the confiscation of their device. In either case, privacy experts advise travelers to plan ahead to ensure their data remains as secure as possible. If you decide to comply with a phone search, it's important to know what to expect. CBP officers may either manually search your phone or use forensic tools to gain access. To reduce the chances of them accessing your sensitive information, experts suggest turning off your devices before crossing the border. By doing so, you'll re-enable stronger encryption on your device, making it harder for anyone to bypass security features like Face ID or fingerprint recognition. Furthermore, you should ensure that your device requires a password for decryption. A long, complex password will make it more difficult for anyone to unlock your phone. Although some travelers consider wiping their devices or using a burner phone, this can raise suspicions and potentially complicate the situation. Rather than wiping your device completely, selectively delete any sensitive files, such as personal messages or photos. If you want to go a step further, consider using full device encryption. Both iPhones and most Android devices come with automatic encryption, but it's still important to verify that this feature is enabled in the settings. Additionally, strong password protection, 9 to 12 random characters or a series of unrelated words, can make it nearly impossible for CBP officers to access your phone without the correct passphrase. In cases where you're traveling with a device issued by your employer or a third party, be sure to have a discussion beforehand to ensure the device is properly encrypted and protected. If the data you're carrying is particularly sensitive, you may want to consider moving it to a secure cloud storage service. At the U.S. border, CBP is only authorized to search data that is physically stored on your device, not data stored in the cloud. While cloud storage is not immune to searches within U.S. borders, this policy could provide a temporary buffer, as immigration officers would need to disconnect the device from the internet to search it. Lastly, it's essential to remember that preparing your device for a border crossing isn't just about deleting or encrypting data. It's about being aware of your rights and knowing the potential consequences of refusing a search. While it's certainly tempting to safeguard your privacy by saying no to a search, doing so may lead to further delays or even confiscation of your device. Ultimately, every traveler's situation is unique, so weigh your options carefully. As you prepare for your journey, it's crucial to take the necessary precautions to protect your phone and personal data. While the process of crossing a border with a smartphone can seem daunting, being proactive and informed about your rights and the potential risks can make all the difference. If you're not sure what steps to take or want further guidance, remember that In the Know News is here to provide you with the insights you need to navigate these challenges safely. Stay protected, stay informed, and as always, thanks for tuning in.